All right, what was your path into the DGA program? This is a fun one. So I went back to school. I was literally in school. I didn't have a job, going back and forth to South Carolina doing music videos with the clients that I had in South Carolina in order to pay my rent. And so on top of doing music videos, in the summers when I wasn't in school, I would do extra work. The reason I started doing extra work was because I knew I wanted to get on professional sets. And the easiest way to get on a professional set without any connections and without any professional resume is to just apply for extra work. So I began to apply for extra work. I started doing some background work on shows like The Game. The most notable one was I did extra work on Barbershop 3. And they ended up using me for like a really long scene that was in the barbershop. So they actually ended up calling me back a few days, and it became like this whole thing. So the guy who put me in the chair, who I told him, I said, look, I want to be in the chair, he was actually an assistant director. So after the shoot, I said, hey, look, man, how'd you get into this? And he told me about the DGA training program. And years later, well, maybe about 2 years later down the line, that same guy actually gave me my first job. His name is Urel Francis. He gave me one of my first jobs as a PA. And, after I started PAing, I met a few other ADs who had gone through the DGA training program. So once I started PAing, I wasn't thinking like, oh, I'm a PA and I'm gonna join the DGA training program. I just started PAing, and as I was PAing, I was weighing out my options and looking at my situation and thinking about my age and thinking about my family and thinking about, okay, I can do 600 days as a PA, or I can take a shot and try to get into this DGA training program. And I did the research and found out what I needed to do, and I found out the process, and I looked at the fact that you needed like recommendation letters, and at that time I knew like 3 former DGA trainees. So I was like, oh, I just get recommendation letters from all of them. Some preliminary requirements to the DGA training program. Honestly, I think the main requirements are that you're over 21. Now, it will help you if you're over 21 and have experience in production. It will also help you if you're over 21 and have military experience. This industry that we work in is very much ran like the military. We use military slang, and we have to be very organized and very strategic with our plans and how we carry them out. So the DGA training program, they also look for people, if you don't have production experience, military experience is a plus. Any kind of job experience, consistent job experience is a plus, as well as if you have a college degree, that is a plus for them. But as far as preliminary requirements, just know how to interview and know that you want to work in this industry as an assistant director. And if you nail the interview, they'll give you a shot. I think recently, in the last few years, they are definitely leaning more towards selecting applicants who do have production experience. It's such a strenuous program that they felt like they wanted to be in this industry, but if you don't really know what it consists of and you get thrown into it, sometimes it can be a little intimidating for someone who has never really worked in production.